Hi, and welcome to IS or ICT 200. This is section 203. My name is Emily Aldridge Cothran, and I will be working with you as your instructor this semester. I'm very glad to have you here. If you see this course listed as IS or ICT, it's cross-listed often. Just know that you're in the right place. You'll also see my name as Emily Aldridge or Emily Aldridge Cothran or Emily Cothran, and that's because I got married during the time that I was working with UK, and sometimes things get a little confusing for them, but please know either of those versions is a way to get in touch with me. I'm the same person. So I'm going to give you a brief overview to our coursework this semester, and hope to keep this to approximately a 10-minute video. Each week we're going to have a short video. Hopefully this will be about as long as they get, and so I don't expect you to maintain an attention span listening to someone talk at a screen for very long, but they are helpful from time to time. Just to begin with, I want to give you my little welcome video because I'm going to ask you all to give me a short introduction to yourself and to who you are. I'm a UK graduate from 2005, and at that time I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Russian Studies and a Bachelor of Arts in History, returned to UK in 2010 and finished my Master's of Library and Information Science in 2012, and that was awarded out of the same school underneath the College of Communications that this particular course is now offered out of as well. So it's changed names a little bit. It's now just the School of Information Science. But it's the same program, and many of the same professors are still there and worked on this undergraduate program, which is exciting. This particular program I've worked with since 2015, and I'm strictly an online instructor with the program. I'm actually based in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which you might have heard of as the home of the Corvette. That's kind of our little claim to fame. We're 2.5 hours from Lexington, about an hour north of Nashville. My husband actually works out of Nashville with the country music industry. He's a touring tech, and he tours through the season with a headlining country music act. And we that's an kind of a good fit for our family because we really enjoy live music. He has a music degree, so that's a great opportunity for us. In addition to seeing live music together, and as a family we also enjoy traveling. Of course, he gets to travel quite a bit with his job, and I was fortunate to be able to travel quite a bit in my 20s, in my college career, and in my early 20s especially. The picture that you'll see on the right of the screen is of Red Square. I actually lived in Russia for a time and was able to see quite a bit of Europe. Very thankful for that time. In addition to traveling and seeing music, live music, and listening to music, I enjoy cooking as well. I work from home, of course, and in addition to the teaching that we're doing here together this semester, I also help my husband operate a small business, and I do some volunteer work at my church as well. So I do several different things. We also have children, so lots of different interesting things through day to day, week to week for sure. And then we have pets. You'll see my cats there, and joke that they are always helping me when I'm on the computer or trying to do some planning. So it's a little bit about me and my home life. Now we're going to review the syllabus and the course together. I'm going to go over a few highlights, and then we'll jump over and look at Canvas together, just so that we have some of the main elements of the course laid out. Please review your syllabus carefully. It is our contract for the course. And as you review the syllabus and Canvas, I ask that you would notify me ASAP of any broken links or any confusing elements in Canvas. This is a course that's taught by several instructors in the department. We all work together to make sure the same core curriculum is communicated, and we want to be consistent with that. Of course, links can break at any time. It is the internet, things happen, and so I want to make sure that I address that as soon as possible so that there's no delay for you. But please do let me know if you discover something, because if it's broken, that means that I haven't stumbled upon it yet, and I really want to get that fixed for you. In my course, I have a policy of no rounding at the end and no extra credit. So what that means is if you email me at the end and say I'm 2 points away from a B, I don't round, and I need you to know that up front. I have some reasons for that, and the main reason is that your attendance grade, which is 60 points in the course of 450, is a grade that very much will help pull your grade up, and I feel like that grade is just It's free points, basically. I don't grade for accuracy on your attendance. I grade for participation. And so if you will simply just complete what I've asked of you in the time frame that I've asked, then you will have all possible points there for you. Everything is so straightforward and so clearly laid out in this course. There's really no excuse not to do things on time and to the best of your ability. So all of our due dates are for 11:59 p.m. and I do that to be consistent, with the exception of the very first intro video, which kind of has a 2-part requirement to it. You have to post and then you have to follow up with some classmates. That initial deadline is a midweek deadline, and then every other deadline for the rest of the course is going to be on a Sunday night. I do that so that you always know what the expectation is. Please note that there's no forgiveness of late work for technical issues, and I do need to follow the policy laid out in the syllabus for excused absences for the university regarding missing coursework. So you might think this is an online course, and and what is an absence? Well, if you miss work, then I have to start penalizing you as laid out in the syllabus for however many days you've missed. I dock your grade a certain amount. After 3 days, I don't accept late work. And after the fact is not a good time to talk to me about it. So if you're having a personal emergency, please take 30 seconds, pull out your smartphone, send me an email or use the Canvas app and send me a message and let me know what's going on the front end. I understand that sometimes extreme emergencies happen, but those are rare, and I just ask you to do your absolute best to talk to me up front, and I think you'll find that I'm very fair and understanding, but I cannot give you the benefit of the doubt if you're coming to me at the end and things that I can't verify. So those are just university policies that we all have to abide by, and if you can help me, then I can help you, and we can all be successful this semester. Holidays are not taken into account in the course. You'll see everything is laid out when we get into Canvas. Nothing is due on a holiday, but you do need to know if you're going to be traveling, that you're going to need to manage your time in a way that allows you to be successful in this course. And then in my course, Grammar and Mechanics Matter, you'll find in every rubric that there are points awarded for carefulness, for neatness, for following the rules of grammar and standard English, and that's very important to me. I'll expect you to abide by those rules, and you will lose points for grammar. In the past, the feedback that I've gotten from students is that this course is very, very helpful to them, that they find it very practical. We try to keep the coursework very practical and the applications very practical. And for me, I want you to be as well-rounded and as employable as possible when you leave the university. And one area that I've found that all students can grow in terms of making themselves attractive to potential employers is in grammar and mechanics. So please know that up front. Please know there are resources on campus like the Writing Center if you need consistent work with grammar and mechanics, or find a buddy that helps you proof your papers. But that is going to be something I'm going to be very consistent on this semester. So I'm going to buzz over here to Canvas, and I'm in student view, so this is very much what your course will look like when you're home. I like this layout because it just shows week 1 and it shows everything that's expected of you. The only thing that isn't plugged in yet is the video, which obviously I'm recording, so there will be a video that is added here, and then readings, and then that's our week 1. When you see Ruggiero, that is going to be our textbook, and then any additional reading is hyperlinked out for you and available on the web. You'll see in week 2 we start doing attendance, and those are set up as discussion forums, discussion entries on the discussion board. They're not always interactive. I do expect you to follow the directions, but I'm not looking for accuracy there. It's not a quiz. And so if you do it in the time frame that's allotted and you do it successfully following the directions, then you will get those points. And those are a huge buffer to your grade if you happen to suffer in other areas that will really help pull your grade up. So please pay attention to that attendance. That is not wasted time. That's application, and that's extra points for you, basically. So you'll see any assignments that are due, like week 2, we have 2 very small assignments due here, and then we have readings. And then each week there'll be a short video as well, hopefully about 5 minutes, where I will cover some basic information about the assignment that's due, or about the information we're learning together this week. And a lot of the information that I'm expecting you to retain is going to be in your reading as well. So do pay careful attention to that. It's really nice to be able to just glance through here and see all of the deadlines that are laid out for you in advance. As I mentioned, this is really straightforward. I'm going to click over here on syllabus, and you'll find that the file is hyperlinked for you here at the top, and you're welcome to download that PDF. If you scroll through here, then you can see all my information as well. This is my email, so please make sure you note that. You also have the option here in inbox to email me through Canvas as well. I'm going to scroll kind of quickly, so don't let me make you seasick, but all of our expectations here are laid out. It's very important that you read through this at least once. All of the overviews of each of our assignments are here, as well as embedded in their individual assignment pages on Canvas. And then at the end, you'll see our modules. It's much neater in a chart on the actual PDF if you do download that. And then the course summary. At the bottom, you can see exactly what's expected of you. These are all of our deadlines. So you'll see about half of these are actually attendance, which are really short, quick things that need to be done. So don't discount those, but you'll see if you get rid of the attendance, you'll actually see that we're not looking at tests, we're not looking at quizzes, we're just looking at projects. And those are very manageable and spaced throughout the semester. So don't let this overwhelm you, because most of this is attendance work. As far as your attendance work, those are going to open for a window of time. So it's a participation grade, so it opens for about a week, when I'm actually expecting you to log in, check in on Canvas, make sure you've done your attendance. So it's only accessible during the week that it's due, and then it disappears and is not accepted late. Everything else, for instance, your personal intro, your case study assignment, deconstructing a journal article, those are accessible at any time. I don't encourage you to work super far in advance, just because you might get a little lost in the content and the videos might not be available that far in advance for you, but they are available for you if you do need to work in advance. So do everything that you can to avoid turning in late work. I've found in the past that students who aren't successful in the course are simply students who do not turn in work. If you turn in your work, you're going to be very successful in this course. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top here very quickly, return us to home, and just say that I'm very accessible for you via email. I will do my best to return those very quickly. So please stay in touch. Please read through the syllabus. Please review your deadlines. Please calendar those in a way that will help you stay on track for this semester. And if I can do anything for you here at the beginning of the semester to help your transition, I'll be glad to do that. Otherwise, I look forward to working with you through this fall and learning a little bit more about information literacy together. Thanks.